My name is Lillian Kariuki and I'm the Executive Director and founder of Watoto Watch Network. Watoto Watch Network is an NGO that focuses on matters child online safety, so that is internet safety for children in Kenya. And what we do is we run awareness programs. So that entails running training programs in schools towards the children directly, for parents, for the teachers, for law enforcement, members of judiciary, and the general public. We also run events and activities that focus on child online safety, and one of the events is the Global Safer Internet Day, which is an annual event that is commemorated globally among over 180 countries. And Watoto Watch Network is the Kenya coordinator of the Global Safer Internet Day. This year, the theme is Together for a Better Internet. For the last 10 years, running awareness programs on child online safety and being on the child online protection space, we have seen such incredible progress as a country. And one of them is now we have a children's unit specifically for handling child online cases, and that is at the DCI Child Protection Unit. 2, we have a task force that meets regularly to deliberate on matters child online safety, because as years go by we see different trends, because the internet keeps on changing and how the children are using the internet, and also how law offenders are using the internet to target children changes. So we always meet as a task force and deliberate on how best to tackle these matters. Thirdly, we have strategic plan. So we have the Child Online Protection Plan for the next 5 years that stipulates activities that are championed towards awareness and focusing on the safety of children online. Fourthly, when it comes to policies and the laws that are being developed have incorporated child online cases. So we have the New Children's Act 2022. We have additions of child online aspect to that. We have the Data Protection Act that also covers matters child online safety. We have the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act. One of the main things is education. And when you talk about education, there's the question of what exactly are you going to be talking to your child about? One, there needs to be the awareness of, once I give you a phone, what are the positive things that I can do on the internet? Secondly, the risks that a child can come across needs to be mentioned to them, and they need to be aware that once something happens online, something negative in terms of cyberbullying, someone trying to coerce them to send them nude photos of themselves, what are these children supposed to do? Thirdly, in terms of education, they also need to understand the repercussions of using the internet negatively. Because right now we do have laws that focus on matters online safety, and they cover aspects such as cyberbullying, posting fake stories, and they have very heavy implications. And as we know, children are not above the law. So they need to understand if I bully someone online, what are the repercussions to that? And fourthly, if something goes wrong online, what are the support mechanisms, or how do I report? Who do I report to? So that is in matters education. And why we emphasize on education is because we will talk about the tools and the mechanisms that a parent can set up on the device itself. But that will be just from a home front. You can do that from your home. But children are accessing internet from very many other places. We have a lot of cyber cafes, we have internet in schools. So education is key when it comes to ensuring that you minimize the risks that kids come across online, and empowering them to be able to tackle them once they come across them. Parents who are posting their children on social media in terms of advertising, either their kids are part of their online experience as influencers. And one thing I want to highlight is children have rights. And one of the rights is the right to privacy. And this needs to be taken into account when you're posting your child online. 2, you need to be very, very careful about what you're posting about your child online, because the implications are permanent, one, and two, they have future implications, because there's the aspect of digital kidnapping. That is someone collecting your children's data and using the data for malicious uses. Thirdly, this content that you're posting about your children can be used also to bully them in the future and even right now. That is something you cannot have control over. Give them the opportunity for them to choose that they actually want to be on the online space themselves, because children have different personalities. Even adults have different personalities. Some like to be on social, some do not like to be on social. Give them that chance to also decide that for themselves. Parenting is key when it comes to supporting your children's online activity. And before you give that child the gadget, you need to have a discussion. And this discussion will entail having a family digital agreement where it clearly stipulates what is expected of them when they get on the online space. So this digital agreement will highlight matters, screen time. So how long are they supposed to be using that gadget, that computer, that phone? What is the healthy screen time that the family has put for itself? Setting up passwords needs to come out very clearly. If they come across something they are not okay with, as a family, how do we handle that? Who do we tell? Do we report to the dad or the mom? How do we go about that? But as you're having this discussion with your child, also know that you yourself should be able to follow this particular digital agreement or rules that you've put yourself or you set as a family, because children learn from seeing, and parents need to be the example and the good example when they're using the digital space.